Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is another Florida Man Friday, October 9th, 2020. You know what that means. We got just beautiful stories straight from the teat of the Sunshine State. We got a full crew in the house today. Pat, Mark, Wes, how you boys doing? You ready for Florida Man Friday?
Oh yeah. Ready. So ready.
Look at this hat I got special for Florida Man Friday.
Oh,
Holy
it's very
shit.
nice.
What is the name of that? What kind of hat is that again?
It's a Travis Matthew hat.
Yeah.
Barstool makes some of those hats
Yeah,
too, right?
they're the best. Yeah.
Nice.
Man.
Looks very nice.
Did you go out in public in that, showing it off today?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
this is fresh.
I'm wearing a vintage Florida Man tee, a little Hard Factor Barstool store tee. Beeve, I see you got a special outfit on. What's happening there?
What do you mean?
You're wearing like youtube.com/Hard Factor News. You're wearing like, what is it? Are those tassels? What do you call those?
You know that they're called tassels.
Okay, all right. I wasn't
You going to
100% certain.
You going two-stepping tonight, or you going to the club?
You look like you drive an El Camino.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
with like a medicine man vibe to
It's
it.
my
as
dream
well.
car.
Yeah.
So
It's a special occasion. What's happening here?
yeah, you could say that. I think you could say that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you have the rhinestone bee. You got the earring. You're looking good. I mean,
Yeah, I gotta tell you guys something. So yeah, there's been some big news, right, at Barstool recently. And I've been somehow implicated in some of this news, and I feel like I need to share it with you guys. It's going to change. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's big, and it's. Remember when I was in New York last month?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
you're
of
on
course, right.
vacation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was on vacation. Fuck you, Will.
You've been to New York a few times.
On my way back, my last day there, I did the Maury Povich show. I was on Maury Povich, and they made me take a DNA test.
Transition.
And
Wait, what are you talking about?
well, I think it. Let me have Maury say it. I think it's better. I think it's
Happened to have done a lot of research on this, Pat. And while you were sleeping, we swabbed you, and we have the result right here. When it comes to the Barstool baby, Pat, you are the father.
What?
Hey!
What? You're the
Come
father?
on. Yeah.
So you-
Wow.
Yeah, that I'm assuming he's talking there about Kate's baby, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty safe to say that he's talking about Kate's baby after that DNA test.
How did you get her pregnant without sleeping with her?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, fuck you. I think that's
The Beeve's got some strong swimmers, some strong beaver tails in there.
business. The beef got in there and took.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What?
Hi, Kate here. It's Kate
Wait,
here.
hey,
Hello,
Bubba.
Kate.
What?
I
Okay.
could feel in my bones that
Hey.
people were talking about me, and your producer put me through. I just have to clarify something really quick. I did not sleep with the beeve, and I am not having the beeve's baby. I don't care what Maury has to say. I don't care what anyone. I thought I was sleeping with Pat. Is
Oh,
what it was.
no.
It was a trick. Okay, I guess I got the beef. I thought I was getting Pat, but I am having Pat's baby. I refuse to say I'm having the beeve's baby. I won't do it. But it's true. We had sex. Look at us. We did.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
He's got a little mullet.
haircut.
He's got a little beaver tail.
Little beaver tail
chicken
on
in
him.
his belly.
Yeah.
Kate,
Wow.
are you excited to have the mini beeve here?
You know, I have to say I am excited, even though at the first ultrasound appointment, I had to make Pat cut off his coke nail before we went to the hospital. And that is not a joke. That is a real argument that we had.
I
Is that
got
like how heated did it get? Yeah.
I got to admit to you, these guys know me a long time. They know I like to show out. I like to mess with my look, play around. I almost left you. I almost broke up with you.
Yeah.
That was a
That's
real.
not surprising.
I took a lot of long walks before I cut it. I thought real long and hard. I checked out real estate in other places. It was a real tough decision for me.
What
That
it was,
was the
we-
first time.
we're about to walk to the hospital, and I'm like, you gotta cut it off. And he's like, you just don't understand like who I am. And I was like, no, you don't understand.
Wow. On the way to
And
the
he
first
trades-
ultrasound.
I do want to say, so now that we're talking, I want to say congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations to both of
Thank you.
Very
Also, I
exciting.
want to say congratulations to myself because I just found out that I was going to be a father right before you guys got knocked up. So, but I brought up the vacation, Pat, because Kate, do you remember hearing Pat scream, "I'm not on vacation"?
Yes.
The same week, your beach trip, So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyhow, that
Hey,
at that
Will,
time,
if it was a vacation, I wouldn't have been getting so much work done, if you know what
but
I mean.
it's
I
true.
believe Kate was behind him on a bunk bed on edibles at that.
Actually,
that's true.
he was behind me.
But at that time,
It's weird in the bedroom.
what I'm getting at is I think Kate's right. Technically, the beef had not been born yet.
well,
Uh-huh.
the beef.
When was the beef born?
I had a mullet.
Same
That's for
vacation.
damn sure. I had a mullet. There's no doubt about
Was
it. The
it?
Beeb's always alive within you, and now he's alive within Kate. Unfortunately, so he's just in there smoking cigs, buying
Your parent-
Bitcoin, going on the dark web,
Wait,
combing
so
his mullet.
your parents have met Pat, but have they met the beef?
Right. Good question.
Sort of. The trip where it happened was the first time he met my parents. and it happened in a house they had rented. So
That week was so fucking crazy, Kate. So I'm sure that you guys had the trip planned for a while. That was Wes's first week in rehab.
Yeah.
So we had.
I thought we might have been a man down. I had to put an insurance policy
was
together.
so insane.
replenish.
Oh,
Pretty
my God.
uncertain times.
That was a wild fucking week, but it obviously played out pretty well here.
it did. Yeah, it was COVID times, and like we were on and off because like it just was a stressful time. And I was like, come down the shore, meet my family. Let's take like the next step. And next thing you know, whoops. So
Baby beef.
Yeah, pulled the
baby
goalie.
Beeb. Yeah.
Now,
so.
you guys have been seeing each other for a while. Obviously, we've been keeping that. I feel like Kevin from The Office when he had to keep the secret. I'm like, we did it. Like,
But
Yeah.
Hard Factor can keep a secret because,
Yeah.
like, I'm very happy that now
absolutely
it's known
zero
you guys,
people
you
found out.
you
from
guys
us.
have a relationship.
Yeah.
You got a baby beef brewing because we kept that close to the vest for a good little while there.
You
Yeah.
did. And actually, it's on
Yeah.
camera. The first time we ever met was the night I roasted you guys for your
That's
very
true.
first
Yep.
Power Hour. I said he looked
Yeah.
like a sleazy car salesman, and look at us now. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
There
he
we
sold
go.
it
Looks
to
even
Hard.
more like
Yeah.
a sleazy
Yeah, now
person.
he
Yeah.
really does.
She said under
Yeah.
his breath, and I want his jeans.
Exactly. You set him down a path.
yeah.
You gave him a goal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and
Got there.
between then and now, Kate definitely had a lot of second thoughts, and left me a couple times, checked out, came back because they always come back when you put
There's
the
something
work in.
about the beef. I don't know. There's something about the beef. But anyway, it's really excited. Thank you guys. And congrats to us on the sex. So,
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. People are calling it the Barstool Baby, but Kate, you have guest hosted Hard Factor a lot.
I have.
And I mean, it started at a Hard Factor roast, so I mean, it is the Barstool Baby, but it is like two hosts of Hard Factor.
It is part Hard Factor.
It's-
Yes, I
it
have to
is-
say. Pretty
it is
heavily.
partially.
Yes.
Yep.
Can't
Big
get
influence.
pregnant soft, so also part of Hard
That's
Factor.
true.
Well,
No,
when you all got
true.
sponsored by the sperm counter was right when this happened too. I
So-
was like,
Yeah.
I want to talk about
Auspicious
that.
timing. Yeah.
The beef
Shout
didn't
out
have
Daddy.
to send in a sample. He already had one.
Well,
Right.
shout out Daddy, shout out our sperm test sponsor. They're awesome if you want to get a cheap sperm test. Mine never came. But I came. But no, mine never came. So we were going to do a sperm competition, so who had the strongest swimmers. But I was just waiting on my test.
Well,
and then I think I won. Well, Will and I won. So
We're definitely the only 3 dad podcast, right? At this point?
Yeah.
No, there's got to be. Is there
Well,
another one?
Podfathers
In the
is-
world. Yeah.
Well, Mark, you have to take the test. If you have strong results, then we're like a united front.
yeah.
Yeah.
No
I'm all
stopping
good.
you.
The cats are going to take care of me
It's
when
just
I'm
a wall
older.
of jizz.
Yeah.
A wall of potent jizz.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're
Coming
gonna
at
name the
you.
baby David Portnoy Cassidy Mannion. No, I'm
Oh, okay.
kidding. I'm kidding. The Barstool
Solid choice.
baby.
What do you think the reaction is going to be
today?
today
You have a
on
bounty
the
for
internet?
that, right?
What do you think the reaction is going to be, Kate, on the internet today?
Well, I will say, I think at the office it will even be shocking because when Pat was in New York for the month, he would walk by wearing like his crazy shirts with his hair and his earring and his necklace. And people would look at me not knowing and be like, what the fuck is that guy's deal? And I'm like, oh my God, I have his baby inside me. Oh my God.
They had no idea.
I had no idea. And I'm like, he's a
Nervously
colorful
snacking.
soul. Yeah, he's just a colorful guy. So they have no idea either. So a lot of the office will also be finding out.
That's really on them, though. They should have recognized when somebody's peacocking that strongly. I mean, they should have known.
They've
the kind of
impregnated
jam,
somebody.
Yeah, the kind of
Walking
jam
around
he's working with.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
walking around like he knocked up Kate. That's
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no! At the office, we pretended like we didn't know each other. But I will say, in the urinals, the first couple days, people were definitely like, "Hey, bro, you good? Can I get some?" And I was like, "No, I work here. I work here.
Office coke dealer.
I'm not
Yeah,
anyone's
office
dealer."
coke dealer.
Yeah, you did
What-
that with that look. Yeah.
What percentage of the office do you think already knew? Because you guys did go on like a vacation with PFT and
There wasn't a
Liz and
vacation.
Donnie.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that.
But
Yeah.
but and
Been
then
on
like
a few.
some
Hold on.
people knew because this has been going on for a while. Like what percentage of people?
Some
you
of
think-
our listeners knew. Some
What-
people.
Oh, I would
knew.
get DMs from the people would look at the smallest clue in the background and be like, I know that shirt. That's Hard Factor Pat. And I'm like, you got us fucking. But yeah, so I'd say only like 6% of the office knows though.
Whoa,
like, I
That's
think,
awesome.
Yeah, I
So
think people
everyone-
are going to be really surprised.
Everyone at Barstool can keep a secret. You think? You don't think someone was blabbing under the table?
I don't think so. Even when I told people that I work closely with, like Morning Sunshine, Brandon Walker, the other day he found out. He was like, I feel bad asking you this, but who is the daddy of your baby? Like people were really wondering who knocked me up. I was like, I feel like such a trash bag. And then we had Maury. But I was like, it's actually Hard Factor Pat. And he was like, what? I had no idea.
And to clear up, to unsully your good names, you two have been like, seeing each other for quite a while.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's not like it's a
Yes.
brand new
I'll
thing.
tell you, I love the guy. I do.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's out of wedlock, so it's still badass. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's still cool. But yeah, there's love there.
Are your
do
parents
gotta
going to
give
show up with a shotgun and like force them to do?
They have been listening to the show a lot harder, your show a lot harder lately, and they're like, so Pat likes the cell phone dildo thing or whatever he was talking about the other.
Teledildonics.
it's called
Teledildonic.
teledildonics, and you know
Yeah.
And
that.
cuties. I mean,
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
going to learn a lot about teledildonics and cuties.
I was
with,
asked about
Pat
both of those things.
joining the
so
scene.
No, you were not. For real,
I was. Anyway,
Mr. and Mrs. Mannion, stop listening to the show.
yeah, please.
Stop listening to the show. I do got to give a big shout out to KFC Radio, the Fights, and Kevin for hooking up Maury. What a way to announce a baby is that?
That was cool.
Fucking
Did you ever in
Maury?
a million years think that that would happen for you? That's pretty cool.
Oddly, yes. It's part of a larger plan.
Yeah, I thanked Kevin Clancy today. I was like, thank you so much for linking him up with that. He's finally excited about something with this baby. He's like, baby, Maury, fuck yeah.
Well,
so,
yeah, Maury
yeah.
Maury is huge. So the Beeve, like the Beeve, you gotta plan. You all don't live in the same city right now, right?
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. I think we're going to name the baby Torque, in all seriousness.
Yeah, little torque.
That's number one right now. We're champion. We got a whole list.
Have you seen Raised by Wolves? There's a kid named Campion. It's champion
I
without
like
an
that.
H.
So,
I like
Will,
Champion.
I wish you didn't say that because I read Raised by Wolves because I was working with the writer right when he wrote that show, and I really hope I didn't fucking incept it. Now I'm pissed off. Now that's shout
Well,
out Aaron
you said-
Kuzikowski.
Do you have a middle name lined up? Because I like Torque Champion as the middle name because then that's pretty cool. He's the champion. of Torque.
Yeah, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on him.
We were thinking excellence.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, where's my list?
Excellence
As
would
a
be
first
a good
name?
one.
Well, Nintendo. Do you give any thought to that one?
I don't hate that either. But we have a lot of names swirling around. We have a lot of ideas going on. We have no idea what the hell our next
Let
move
me
is going to be. So
toss out
Yeah,
an idea
what's
here.
the deal? So where are you at with the preps? Because I know that I'm like changing out shit in the walls and crap over here. What are you? Well,
We just bought a vacuum cleaner for the baby's nose, so that's
that's literally the only thing we've bought so far is a vacuum cleaner for the baby's nose. I live
What
in a
the hell is
small
that?
studio. Oh my God. Did you know parents have to suck? Wes, did you ever have to take a straw and put it in your son's nose and suck his boogers out?
Yeah, it's like a turkey baster looking thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's opposite though. Suck
Yeah.
that in.
exists?
And so
Disgusting.
I
Yeah, you-
found one with a vacuum, so I don't have to
Oh,
like
nice.
do it myself.
Yeah.
Gross.
They hate it. Trust me, they hate it when you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's it. I live in a studio in New York City. We have no other plans. People are like, get a registry going. And I'm like, well, I don't have anywhere to put shit. But we'll figure it out. I trust the process.
You should put a house on your registry.
No, this is what I keep telling Kate. So, like, porn stars have registries, and they get a lot of the stuff. Like, Kate's got a lot of people that want to see her feet. We could trade that for registry items. And, like, I don't know why we wouldn't. And we could put stuff for us on there. I'm just trying to sell it. Obviously, like, hey, Kate, honey, you're a much bigger star than I am. But so let's use that to get some good registry items going for the Beav.
I agree.
And
I
you.
agree.
100%.
All right, well,
I agree. Yeah, shoot for the stars.
There's going to be like knives and shit on there.
Are the Sims
Exactly.
Yeah, the way he was
switchblades,
describing
butterfly
that.
knives, everything.
Kate, are there going to be guys in your DMs that are mad that you have a partner?
yeah,
looks
people
like
are
this.
already commenting, and it's never like a supermodel guy. It's always like some weird trucker dude from the boonies who's like, man, on my pregnancy post, like a lot of weird dudes be like, wish that was me. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, we were just talking about Ken Bone yesterday. You know, there's guys out there that are like, you might see a drop off in attention after you're not pregnant anymore. You know,
Yeah.
You never know like the kind of hangers on you're getting right
Ken
now.
Bone
during this
called 'em
9-month period.
Beautiful submarines in the water when they wear their one pieces with the belly
He's a
showing.
big fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ken Bone.
So I do want to say one thing, guys, because I've been waiting to say it for a long time. But I canceled Kate's monthly subscription to Blood Magazine.
Oh God. Oh, you're sitting on that one.
All right, let me read you the list of names. So right now it's Torque, Science, Champion, Toughness, Motor, NASA,
Motor.
Brian.
I like motor.
Longitude, and Excellence.
Those are all very good. Can I suggest
Longitude.
more precious metals in there?
Right. So when we were
Yes.
kids, that was the big thing. Mark claimed that if he ever had children, he'd name them precious metals, brass Borgie, tungsten Borgie,
Right.
which I don't know if I could borrow that to throw some
You
precious
can.
metals in the ring. I don't want to bite your style.
I mean, look, if I ever have a kid or something like that, it could be like a gang of precious metal kids. So like, there's no you can
How
take.
cool
yeah,
would that
yeah.
be?
I
You
love
know
that.
you're getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. What
Very
about Neon? Neon's a good name.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
No, but he is going to be bright, or she's going to be bright, whichever it is. But Will, I'm just stoked that our kids are going to hang out. That's what I'm most stoked.
Yeah, 2 months apart. Right? Is that? I'm
We don't
thinking-
really know yet, but they're going to be within a year of each other, and we'll, you know.
And doing the math, by the time Will's kid and our kid is old enough for us to go out all together, Wes's kid will be old enough to designate a drive and babysit for us. So
Holy
it's all coming
That's
together.
awesome.
Well, he hates kids, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't care. I'll be back on the liquor by then.
I could see him just like totally ignoring the babies.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be
Yeah.
he's
Not
gonna
a
be head
baby
down. He's gonna be wearing whatever version of virtual reality that is
Exactly.
out there. Yeah,
He'll be like logged into something.
yeah.
Absolutely.
His
Yeah.
hands are inside the internet somehow.
Yeah, so we broke the news. I love you, lady. Let's have a baby. And let's do fucking Florida Man Friday, huh?
All right. From one trashy thing to the next. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'm growing the nail back.
Take
Guys,
it away.
there are two things you don't do in Florida. The first is you don't board someone's boat without asking the captain's permission first. Big no-no. The second, guys, under no circumstances whatsoever should you ever attempt to collect data on other Florida people. It will not end well. Trust me on this. And being that it's a census here, the second rule of Florida has created some very challenging and at times dangerous situations for census workers operating within the Sunshine State, which unfortunately does not offer hazard pay. Guys, drawing Florida as your census territory is the equivalent of a Mormon getting sent to North Korea on their mission. It's bad. You're probably
Yeah.
not coming home.
Or one of those islands where the people just attack the helicopters with spears. Yeah.
Yeah,
They've
why do
never
they keep
seen-
doing that? They keep
Yeah.
trying to contact uncontacted people, and like literally, like 19% of them die. You need to just stop doing it. Let it be, guys.
It is how a Floridian will react to a clipboard, though. They don't want to see a clipboard coming at
That's
them.
a short straw.
I think
No,
this would be a good way to get a census on a Florida factor called nope. And it's like 67% of Florida, they wouldn't go down the driveway. That's a nope. So we got like X amount of
big time
people
nope.
that we don't want to know. That's a nope. And so the nope factor.
Yeah, they got one data point out of it.
Right. They have an average that they just give to all the nopes.
Yeah.
The census people just say, all right, that's worth like 3.5 people in a
Right.
couple cars.
They have a better idea of how many rifles are there than people because that's
Yeah.
all they see sticking out of the door or window.
It's funny you say that, Mark, because recently one census worker learned Rule 2 the hard way when they attempted to collect data from Florida men and women in Flagler County. So the census worker, probably thinking to themselves as they door knocked, how dangerous could this be? After all, the data we're collecting is used to directly help these people in their community by unlocking federal funds to build things like schools and hospitals and roads. That was the case until they came across the property of 32-year-old Florida man Michael Cooper. The census worker was proudly displaying his U.S. Census lanyard badge as he approached Cooper, who was sitting on his front porch. And the worker entered his property through an open gate. And the worker tried to explain to Cooper who he was and why he was there. And that's when Cooper got angry. According to reports, Cooper began to scream at him to get off his property before going inside and coming back out with an assault rifle and then quickly chambering around to let him know how serious he was. And according to an eyewitness... Oh, yeah, big time. No, not at the police, at the census worker.
Yeah, the census.
Sorry, there was a police in the image.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, the census.
That was the aftermath.
They're going to get involved, Will.
My wires got crossed there. Whoa.
Yeah.
You just stand by. Are you
That really
psychic?
escalated fast. So it was just an... Okay.
Are you psychic? You got a premonition? Because that's... okay. Guys, according to an eyewitness, as the census worker turned around to retreat from the property, the homeowner actually raised the rifle with the barrel of the gun pointed at the census worker's back and followed him off the property the entire time. And the worker's wife, who was watching the incident from the car, so I guess his wife was like rolling along with him that day.
He's going to get killed in front of his wife for doing his job.
No.
Yeah, not good. But she saw that the
also,
gun...
why is he rolling this with his wife in the car at work?
It's the same reason fucking delivery drivers roll with their boyfriends and girlfriends. It's fucking stupid. But they want to be together, I guess, which now I understand, right, babe?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so the wife
Different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. There's nothing worse than when they roll up with their boyfriend or their girlfriend to deliver you food, and you're like, this is a bad fiscal decision, guys. Like, you could both be driving right now making twice the money.
Yep.
I just feel like the super gun people have a serious case of I wish a motherfucker would their whole lives. And so they're waiting for the moment someone comes on their property. They're like a dog at the end of their chain, just wait. And so these poor census people, you're right.
The fucking census?
The census worker?
You want to know?
Yeah.
You want to know who lives here?
Right.
They just
That's the
wanna touch it.
motherfucker would right there, walking through the gate.
Kate, since you're a professional, former military, shouldn't you like not want to use your gun as like a general homeowner, like a gun owner in the United States?
Yeah, it should really be the last thing you go
I
to
always
there.
figured it should be the last resort. Okay.
Yeah,
Just making
absolutely.
Sure. Just
the
making
census worker could easily have been ISIS, and this guy was one. Anyway, so essentially, the guy pulled his AR on this guy and was get off my fucking property, and was following him off the property while the guy was walking away with the back turned. And the wife was seeing this, and she was honking the horn, being like, "Watch the fuck out! Like there's a gun on you. You have no idea." And that's Anyway, right about then was when Cooper popped off a round, or what Cooper likes to refer to as a courtesy shot. So fired a round. And when questioned by the police,
Pretty
Cooper
sure
said,
the guy knew he was serious.
Yeah, exactly. When questioned by the police, Cooper said, quote, "I told him he wasn't welcome here. I told him he was trespassing. I told him he was on private property," also telling police that he heard the worker mumble something about being a government employee. No. He continued after explaining why he fired a round, saying, "I fired one round because I don't keep a loaded firearm in my house." That was his explanation for why he popped a round off at the census worker.
Well, he was going to go back inside, so he had to empty it before he went inside. So he just, fired it in the air.
He couldn't just unchamber the round, right?
Right. Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys. You can do that, right? With an AR,
Yes.
you can unchamber a round, right? You don't have to fire it off.
But it's fun to load it again, though, you know?
Yeah, there's a front door.
Well,
and a
another
back door.
bullet's already in there. It's an automatic gun, so it's like no matter what, he's gonna have to open it up. He's either gonna have to empty the clip, or he's gonna have to.
It was
whatever.
two birds, guys. He was scaring the guy and doing what he always does by unloading the gun before he goes back inside.
It's like Jarhead. All he wants to do is get one shot off, and he'll feel like a real man or a badass. And
Exactly.
you gotta pull the trigger, or else you don't have anything to say at the bar the next
His
night.
old lady's probably expecting now too. After he shot that round off,
He probably had the biggest boner as he was doing it. He probably had a raging heart on as he walked behind that census guy.
Well, that's when
So,
you're
yeah.
most potent and fertile is after firearms. After you pop off around, everyone
The
knows
smell
that.
of gunpowder
Yeah.
unleashes
Something
those
in
swimmers.
the brain with the hormones. Anyway, guys, that's that story. He was promptly arrested and claimed that he felt threatened by the census workers.
Oh
Cool.
man.
oh man,
Well,
did they
so what is he
census in
arrested
jail?
for? Do you?
Oh, firing a gun at a census worker?
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah,
mugshot.
I did.
So yeah, but like in Florida, do you get off for that? Because like, is it like a stand your ground thing? He was on his property.
No,
right? So,
dude.
like-
Okay, so I didn't know this,
No.
but census workers are legally allowed to enter a property even if there's a no trespassing sign. But essentially, like, there was an open gate, and this guy was on the front porch. So the census worker probably got out like maybe like 7 words of like, "Hi, how are you? I'm get the fuck out of here."
Do they census jails? Because could you imagine the PTSD if the same census guy has to go to the jail and see this guy?
I think they do that for them in there.
Okay.
Yeah. There's got to be the warden sending in a report or something.
Yeah, it'd be troubling if they're like, all right, we don't know who's in here. Go ahead.
Yeah, well,
Count 'em
how
up.
about it, Hoss? Yeah.
Hey, you found them.
Yeah.
Are you trying to help me with information that leads to government funding that my community desperately needs? Get off my property. All right, that's that one. Who's next?
All right, I'm next. This one is a Fools That Work in Schools, Florida edition, guys. Coming to us from Palm Beach County. So last year, the principal of Spanish River High was fired because of an email exchange he had with a student's mother when she asked him if students would be studying the Holocaust at school. And Principal William Latson responded to her inquiry with a message that said, quote, "I can't say the Holocaust is a factual historical event because I am not in position to do so as a school district employee." So the mother,
As a principal. Of the
yeah, as a
school.
principal, I can't tell you if it's real or not. So the mother
However,
absolutely.
please read this history book that I built my
Right.
curriculum on. I don't know if it's
Right.
all true, but
The Holocaust was like in his parents' lifetime. It was going on. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, there's survivors today.
For
that
sure.
can tell you about it.
Yeah, 6 million people. 6 million. Yeah. So
He's not he's not at liberty to know that information. What's he talking about?
he's an idiot is what's going on. So the mother, absolutely flabbergasted that a principal would take such a stand, responded by saying the Holocaust is a factual historical event. It is not a right or belief. And then the principal replied, "Not everyone believes the Holocaust happened. You have your thoughts, but we are a public school and not all of our parents have the same beliefs." So he's just like banking on the fact that there's a bunch of racist motherfuckers in Florida.
it's like, am I right?
That don't,
Right?
yeah.
What are the groups that don't believe in the Holocaust? I don't even know who.
There's
who
pl-
is that
there's-
a thing?
Lots of them on Facebook.
I believe
Yeah.
he was one of the men in the previous story, probably. That Florida man, probably not a believer. So
Even the Nazis believe in the Holocaust. Of course they do. Like,
Well, they were the
yeah.
perpetrators.
How do you
this guy
land in
talking
between?
about?
Believed in it pretty hard. Yeah.
What's in
Yeah,
his
that's it.
curriculum? Nothing. Like,
Right.
what is his curriculum?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, anyone that with a brain knows, 6 million people were executed. Also, they executed homosexuals and
This was
people with
elementary
disabilities.
school?
This is a high
Oh,
school, a
high
fucking high
school.
school. Yeah,
So he has it for sure, like in classes. Like how? I don't understand.
It's part of every fucking history book.
Can you opt out like sex ed though? And I don't know. Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, so this is where it gets fucked up. So the school fired him for ethical misconduct, and it made national news. They spent like over $100,000 in court defending their termination after Latson appealed the termination. The official explanation of the termination was because Latson failed to return messages from school district officials after the comments made national news. So he just like laid low too long is what they said. So during the appeal, one judge sided with him, saying that while his actions merited punishment, they were not serious enough to establish just cause for termination. But now, because the court costs were piling up too high, they decided to rehire him instead of keep it in court and pay him $152,000 in back pay. So
Damn.
just to avoid court costs, they brought this guy back. And
He got paid for being a Holocaust denier.
Explain that to me one more time.
Yep.
So they fired him for being a
fired him.
Holocaust denier. He
Yes.
sued.
he sued.
And he's outsued the school. One man outsued a school
Legally,
district?
he's probably,
Yeah.
because of like employees' rights or whatever, he probably has the right. You know,
school
so
district-
legally, he's probably
But who's
covered.
covering
So-
the legal bill?
The judge was like, we can't prove the Holocaust existed either.
Well,
I
no,
don't
it's
know.
like maybe about like because of the context of the conversation or something like that. I don't know, but like some type of loophole probably.
Because it kept escalating to higher courts, so it just was gonna keep going and going.
That's
because,
a lot
you know,
of money for him to buy Nazi memorabilia with.
Yeah, no shit.
Can you
So,
imagine hanging out with that guy? You couldn't, because he won. He was wrong and he won. He's ruined. He's destroyed.
It's not so bad hanging out with someone like that.
Yeah, got him.
Get used to it.
What?
Yeah.
Not comparing.
What?
I don't know.
Somebody.
I'm sorry.
Somebody in her life. Yeah.
That's why my seed's in you. You
Anyway.
comparing me to okay.
But yeah, wow, that sucks. That's crazy. So if you're hard up on cash, go to Florida and become a principal who sucks.
I mean, 152
It'll work out
grand.
for you.
That's they're paying the principals too much down there.
Well, no, I mean you get paid a lot. Like the big time administrators they make pretty good livings.
And imagine the GoFundMe he's going to get too for talking shit about the Holocaust
Yeah.
down there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm serious. Which groups are the deniers? Because like I don't. That's like a flat earther type deal. Like it's like
Like neo-Nazis for one, maybe might be deniers. I don't know. I have no idea. People that just hate Jewish people, I think.
interesting. You'd have think
Yeah.
they would have been all about it.
Yeah, it's the
That's what doesn't make
anti-Semites.
sense.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like that didn't happen. All right. Okay. Well, it did.
It's a rough
Okay. Let's
troll.
move on. Right? Are we done with that one?
Yeah, we're done with that one. Yes, please.
Okay. Last Florida man story of the week. It's double. The first part comes from Tank Barstool, and it's about Tremaine Christopher Weeks from Brooklyn, New York. So he's not technically a Florida man, but he was on Wednesday in Miami when he got arrested after an incident where he and a buddy shot a stripper's car, like just shot at a stripper's car. So what happened was that Weeks and his buddy met two strippers at a club the night before, convinced them to go back to their hotel to give them a private dance.
Whoa.
And then, which I mean, that's a pretty common. I don't know.
No, it's not common. That's slick as fuck. If you have that kind of game.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty. I
It's
feel like it's
pretty
pretty common. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty
Excuse
common.
me? It's a no. I think I'm the
I mean,
resident
you're the
strip club
beeve,
expert
right?
here.
Like-
This is not normal.
No, that's pretty common.
Katie, you talking Thunder Down Under?
Thunder Down Under. Have I been in Vegas? Yes. But I've been to a couple of strip clubs in my day, namely Super Bowl Atlanta week, and I'm a big fan. I would never
Yeah.
shoot a stripper's car.
Nobody here would. We all love strippers.
Yeah.
We're all big strippers rights people.
I got that stripper back at Mark's wedding weekend, but it took some what Pat likes on his fingernail to get her back there.
You sure did. There's picture evidence to prove it. I got a text from Wes 3 hours before the ceremony asking if he could bring a stripper he just met to the wedding. If I could,
Yeah, that
run,
was
if I could
funny.
run that by my bride.
Oh my
He was wearing a
god.
Hawaiian shirt too.
And then,
That
I
was
got,
hilarious.
and then I got
Yeah.
a text from my cousin asking if he could bring some floozy that he
Tinder.
some Tinder date or something he just
Nice.
met. Like, so I was fielding texts in Vegas. This is my problem because I had the fucking wedding in Vegas. I'm fielding texts all day if like prostitutes can come as their plus ones, and I was like, I don't think it's
Yeah.
gonna work, guys. Maybe the reception.
That's the kind of friends we are, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit or shoot.
Well, that's why we love the Florida Man Friday stories, and we're not that far from Tremaine Christopher Weeks here,
That's
and his
right.
buddy. But yeah, anyhow, so the strippers, I mean, Beef, it is pretty common. They got him to come back to the hotel room. The strippers were dancing with the guys, and then the guys, though, they wanted to get a little bit more serious. They wanted sex, okay? And the girls claim that's when they left the hotel room because they said they weren't doing that. They're not prostitutes. They're just dancing. So Weeks and his buddy followed them like to another part of town in a car. And then for some reason, when they got to another part of town, just sprayed the stripper's car with bullets. And then they shattered the windshield of the stripper's car, which like bruised and cut one of them. And then they're just morons because they went straight back to the hotel where they got arrested.
They were the strippers were in the car at the time?
Yeah. So they just like tailed them to
That's
another part of
attempted
town,
murder.
shot out their windows. Yeah, kind of like a attempted drive-by.
But this is the
kind of deal.
Florida equivalent of like kicking someone you like in the shin in the playground.
Yeah.
Right.
Shoots a little friendly fire.
Yeah. A drive
No,
by
they're
where you
playing hard
kinda
to get.
aim off a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Sounds
how we
like
fix this.
Weeks has a pretty strong case against him, and that Weeks is going to be doing years. Am I right? You know? So
It does indeed.
Double fun.
They're going to call him
Weeks is gonna be a strong
378
defense.
weeks.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the new nickname there. Yeah. There's other. This is my thing. There's so many. Like, instead of spending the rest of your night chasing down these strippers, why don't you just go back to a strip club and get some more to hang out with?
Right.
Like, what's the?
Well, but because Weeks claimed. Okay, I left this.
Thereby
part out.
proving my point that it's hard to get strippers back to your hotel. Yeah.
Well, here you go. Weeks claims that they left with $1,000 of his money, but of course they did because I mean they were dancing in his hotel room.
They're strippers.
So, right. So he's like, in Weeks' mind, he was like, that was for the sex, but you know, they were gone. Anyhow,
I mean, the strippers leaving your hotel room after getting them back. That's like a rogue wave taking out your sandcastle. Like, do you really want to rebuild? But you know,
Right.
I think Weeks more like leaks after all the jail time he's gonna be doing in the federal penitentiary. Am I right?
He's talking about his asshole.
gonna stretch it out a little
more
bit.
like blood streaks.
Okay. Dirty undies. All right, next up, a Florida man named Bruce Edward Gordon, 37 years old. Bubba, you can pop his picture up there anytime you want. He got arrested after a dispute in Naples Coastland Center Mall. This man looks like a pretty athletic 37-year-old man. He claimed a underage girl threw water on him to start a fight, but the entire mall of witnesses alleged that actually he's just a creep who got embarrassed when the young girl turned down his advances in the line at the Panda Express in the food court. So he angrily beat her unconscious and then stomped on her passed out body until her brother threw a chair at his head to get him to like seize up from beating the underage girl. So nice move by the Florida cops getting Gordon off the streets of Naples.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, if you can't get a girl, it's the age-old thing. If you can't get a girl to like you, hit her. That usually works. If you kill her, then she's all yours. She's a big
Attempted
fan.
murder.
Yeah.
She's half your age.
Ladies love that.
She'll never turn him down again.
Yeah. But what a piece of shit. My God. Holy shit.
Yeah,
balls.
that was just scary. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said put his picture up. Though, 'cause
They're
it looks like-
usually not great humans on these Florida Man Fridays.
Yeah.
Kate.
Whoa. What was I expecting? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
well, Kate, that's not a pleasant picture. But you know what is? Anything you get commissioned at paintyourlife.com.
Hell
if you
yeah,
want to
king
get
of
a
the segues.
truly
How did you do it? How did you even do it?
I didn't see it
That was
coming.
such a dirty, sad story. It brought the whole show down. But I know that you already researched it, so you went through with it, and somehow, that was just it's just
I think
impressive.
Will starts
William.
at the segue and reverse engineers it from there. I think that's the first thing he does. is
You think he
I'm
does
never-
it backwards?
Yeah.
I'm never going to give up my secrets for the segue. But you got to go to paintyourlife.com if you want a truly meaningful gift that will impress anybody. If you want to make an impression, this is the way you do it. Get a professional hand-painted portrait created from any photo at a truly affordable price. Send any picture of yourself, your children, your family, whatever. Combine it. The artists are amazing. They'll do whatever you need. And right now at paintyourlife.com, there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded guaranteed. Get the limited time offer and 20% off your painting and free shipping, which is like on a painting, that's what, like a free $100? Text factor to
like
64,000.
another painting.
20%
Yeah,
off.
it's like
Exactly.
2 paintings.
It's like basically half off when you add all that together.
You're going to
But
want to frame the shipping slip that says $0 on it next to your painting.
Yeah, that's your next painting.
If you've ever tried to sell a painting on eBay, you know how much it costs to fucking ship these things. And that is basically worth its weight in gold, the free shipping. So the offer is factor to 64,000. Text factor to 64,000 for the offer. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Let's take it to voicemails and reviews.
Okay, guys. Well, it's time for voicemails and reviews. We only do these on Friday now, so there's actually a good amount of reviews and a good amount of voicemails, but we limited it to Friday. So first up, we're going to do the reviews. Coming in with the 5-star review, Rock Anik says, better than sex. Okay. New listener, addicted,
Nice.
just came. Oops. All right.
Keep
Nice.
coming.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
Love to have you,
sorry.
Rock Anik.
We're not saying
Yeah.
oops, that was our intention.
Yeah. Get some
Success.
tissues. Success. Okay, this one's from Bob Lawler 21. This one might be another one for the YouTube video, Bubba. From the AO show, a review, a story, and a question. Hey guys, I have been a big fan of the show for about a year and a half now. Love the chemistry between you all. You are different in your own ways, and I see a little bit of your personalities inside of me. Okay. It's another sounds like someone else is coming. Mark being a walking IMDb.
We're all coming.
We're all
really.
coming. I'm an IMDb database. Will and aliens at the bottom of the ocean. Wes's struggles and the emotional intelligence he showed when he came back, and the beaver, fever, Pat, who I actually aspire to be. Don't have much in common with that guy other than strong sideburns. And on a long road trip from Chicago to Tennessee with my siblings, I introduced them to your podcast while I drove the 8 hours. It was a new episode I played, and at the end, you guys played the very first voicemail I left you. We all screamed at the same time in the car. It instantly gained you 3 new listeners. Nice. I always recommend your show to all my friends. I was seriously so surprised. Question. Today's you guys said something I want clarification on. I believe Pat said it was a Simpsons quote. Do you want to know the horrible truth, or do you want to see dingers? Which is an obvious and hilarious. Would you rather poking fun at baseball and steroids? What is that from? Have a great fucking day. It is from The Simpsons.
It is from The Simpsons. And
It's
I mean,
when
the
Mark
answer's
McGuire.
Dingers.
Yeah,
usually.
Mark McGuire robot comes down and he says, "Do you want to know the horrible truth, or do you want to see dingers?" And he hits dingers.
And then he slams dingers. By the way,
I'm not even a big Simpsons guy, but I know that one.
Yeah, you got to know that one. That's an inside joke we use all the time within our crew. But speaking of dingers, you know what I really want to do, and I don't know if you guys would be down for this. Do you guys remember like a couple years ago, my birthday, we did home run derby?
Yes.
So that was cool. That was fun. How awesome is that? I want to get a pitching machine, like one that with the 2 wheels that you put the baseball and it shoots the ball out. I want to get a pitching machine so we have consistent pitching. And I want to start a home run derby, like maybe once a month.
Why don't you go to
league?
the batting cage?
Like a home run derby league.
batting cage
I like
is
Can't
suck,
see
bro.
how far the ball goes in the batting cages.
Yeah, you want to hit
No,
homers.
you know what kind of contact.
No,
you're making.
You don't know if it goes over the wall though.
Will, there's
I mean-
absolutely nothing better than watching the ball go over the wall.
Yeah, it's a guy who's never banged telling us masturbating's better than sex. You're going to hit the yellow ball all day? Well, why don't you come to my home run derby league, the Hard Factor home run derby league, and slam some white balls over the fence, bro?
Look,
Hitting-
I'm more of a
hitting a
batting
home run
average
is
guy.
so gratifying.
I'm not a slugging percent guy. I'm
Okay.
more of an average guy.
You go for singles. Line
Yeah,
drives.
I'm more of a Tony Gwynn
Look at that
style.
line drive. All right, guys. Next up is from Lady Kiss 2027. She says it's "Have a Great Fucking Day" is the title. HAGFD. Great podcast. Started listening to you guys when I was driving alone from New York to North Carolina and have been listening ever since. Come visit Long Island and I'll take you guys fishing. Shout out to Wes. You're a big inspiration to a lot of people. Keep doing what you're doing. I hope Barstool gets you guys full time. Have a great fucking day. And the Instagram for this person is Captain_Seasick, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool
Nice.
Instagram.
Thank you. I'll give you a follow just
Strong
for that.
Island.
Yeah. Capt, CAPT_C.
I didn't know Long Island was so beautiful. We should really go out there and hang with some of the Hard to Hide members on the island.
We got to hang with the crew that
Well, yeah. I mean, and then we got to go to Philly to do. I mean, we got a whole East Coast tour we got to do here.
Yeah, we're East Coasters. We got to get back to our roots. Johnny Porno leaves a 5-star review and says, "Good bases, very sturdy." So that's a callback to the base argument from last week or earlier this week. Next up is Patrick FC, says 5 stars. Good morning. So happy that you are 5 days a week on radio now. Hello. Have a great fucking HAGFD boys. Hello.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. Are we 5? I mean,
We are.
Is anybody 5 days a week on radio anymore?
We
What do
don't
you
need
guys
to
think
rehash
happened
that.
today?
Yeah.
What
Or
the
yesterday,
fuck
man.
happened?
Okay.
Okay, so we released the bonus pod. Mark, you did that, right? You
Yes,
got
it's out.
You
Yeah,
got it out. So
Yeah.
the first half of what should have played on radio is now out as a podcast.
Which was the Ken Bone stuff, which was funny, and we were making fun of Jeff D'Lo and PFT hating on Ken Bone, so we had to get that out there. So I released it. Yeah.
Yeah. And also Katie Hill, another
Katie Hill
crazy
stuff.
ass story. Yeah, so that's out. But yes, the Mad Dog took over our radio hour on Thursday, and he He was just saying he was on he's the Mad Dog on Barstool Power 85.
Man, those guys were such cheesy DJ
There was
voices.
a music bed,
It's DJ Mad Dog here, and we got Bubba the Love Sponge on the hook, and Steve the Anal Beads is calling in.
Oh, I love anal baby. Steve, that's all.
And they play like a plopping noise, like the beads are coming out of the ass. Oh, hey, calm down, Steve.
Cheap trip
Steve.
tickets tonight.
Cars
If you
honking.
You have anything to
Call in.
say, Anal Beads, Steve? Plop. Shut the
Lots
fuck
of sound
up.
effects.
Mad Dog.
Big music bed. But yeah, the Mad Dog, I don't know if that was a shot across the bow from Sirius XM at Barstool Sports during the Hard Factor hour. I don't know.
They sent us an email
but
apologizing. I mean, look,
Yeah.
whatever. We're gonna
I'm
keep
just
being
fucking
out.
around.
We're 5
Yeah,
days
yeah.
a week for now. Whatever. We're
Of
happy.
course.
We're happy to do it.
But the saga of Barstool versus Sirius continues. So we'll
For
see
sure.
how that plays
Keep
out.
your eye out for that. All right, next up, globalist fanatic 5 stars says geography. Pat said Switzerland was a part of Scandinavia, so I guess this is like a fact check Friday. They're trying to say that Switzerland is not a part of Scandinavia. It's a part
I
of
meant
Europe.
Sweden.
You meant
Sweden.
Yeah. Yep. Understood. Next up, Maxwell 188, 5 stars, top tier pod. 3 guys with common sense and Pat discuss the news on a weekday basis, issuing updates on the state of the world for people who just want the news without the BS. Love what you guys do. Keep it up. Hashtag have a great fucking day. HAGFD. 5 stars. 2 more. 5 stars from, I can't pronounce this name. It's just a bunch of letters. I think they just smashed some letters. 5-star review. Great way to get somewhat impartial and funny commentary on novel topics and issues. Coming from a 3rd-year law student, I would love to assist unpaid with any work. We've got a lot of lawyers. We got another lawyer here. that
Holy
wants to-
shit.
Yeah.
What is it
We're
about
like-
lawyers wanting to work with us?
We're the
I don't know.
podcast for lawyers, that's for sure. Lawyers.
Do we give off a criminal vibe, maybe?
No,
Like, we
I
need
think
help?
it's because we talk about stuff lawyers
Bubba's-
have to stay up to date with.
Bubba's shaking his head. Yes, we give off a criminal vibe.
Do we?
think
Is that what it is?
I think it's because, like, people, the
How come you
lawyers,
guys can see
they,
Bubba
they
and
like
I can't
us.
see Bubba?
You're not logged in.
Wes is in the back end. I think what it is like the lawyers like us and they like the stuff we talk about, but they also sense danger that like we might need some help later down the road.
I would think
don't
they
know.
would want to distance themselves from us if that was the case.
Well, you know,
They're like ambulance chasers with us.
I just had to fill out a very intense form for Bubba to apply for the Georgia bar, and it was intense. And then I got a follow up call. It was so intense. So I don't know. It was like a lot of questions. Like, is Bubba a criminal? Has he
Oh,
ever
wow.
had criminal thoughts?
okay.
Has he ever,
Well, there
yeah,
are
has
some
he ever
lawyers
said-
that are criminals too, so maybe the bad boy lawyers want to work with us.
True. I mean, we work with him a lot, but not from what I could tell. What did you tell him? Did you say that he was a troubled boy?
in the first draft, but I
When they
tried
asked
before
you
that
about-
Revised it.
submit.
Okay, good.
When they asked you about Jason, were you like, "Do you mean Bubba?"
That's what I would have done. It's a
Yeah.
good thing you didn't put me on that list.
Who the fuck is
Not,
Jason?
not what you want to do. All right, last one here. Bubba, throw this one up. 5-star review from Chalet's Ska, and it says, "Great way to get the highlights of the news in a funny way. The only way it could be better is if Andrew Yang won the Democratic primary and y'all could yell, go ahead, Pat,
Yang gang! Yang gang!
every day."
Nice.
So that's it for the reviews. Let's get into the voicemails. I think we have 5, so I'll get right into them. But real quick, the ones we couldn't play are Darren from Maine. He called back in. He's the guy that asked us about the best video game theme song. And he apologized because he said he was pretty inebriated when he left that. And I listened back, and he's like, his whole message this time was an apology and how much he respects us and likes us and stuff. And I was like, what is he apologizing for? He took
was
he took a
insulting
shot at
all of
Pat.
us.
Well, he took a shot mainly at Pat. So I think he's apologizing to Pat. So Darren from Maine says sorry and thanks
My
for
family
playing.
doesn't apologize to me. You don't have to apologize. to
Sorry,
me.
his song.
Yeah,
he
if
said
you
thanks.
if you're youtube.com/Hard Factor News to check out what the
song.
beef is rocking today. You don't got to apologize to a guy in a rhinestone bee. And is that like a Native American suede top? What is that?
It was
can you
actually
describe that?
it was a cow. And then they so these
Can
were
we-
the legs.
Do
And
you-
then they
much
just
can you
fringed
get can you get that in size 9 months? Can you get like a little baby matching?
You better
jacket?
believe I'm already in touch with the artist on that one.
You
It was the dumbest. It was the dumbest shirt I could find.
That's gonna be the best part about this baby is like cool outfits.
Bro,
my
but I
gosh,
looked into the cost
I
of
don't know
baby
how to say that,
Nikes, and they're like you assume baby Nikes like because new Nikes are like $40 to $120. baby Nikes Jordans are like $50. Like they should be $20. I'm not buying baby Jordans because
No,
it's fucking
No, don't
baby
do that.
Jordans.
Don't do that.
Well, because they grow too quickly. And
Yeah.
plus, like the baby's not going to remember if it had Jordans.
I'm gonna keep the baby in the tub for the first
Plus,
2 years.
one of the things you do with babies at that age is that young is like constantly trying to get their shoes back on them. They're constantly kicking their shoes off.
You need
They don't
like the
want shoes on.
Velcro. You need like the slip.
Only footies.
Yeah.
They're
you
foot
need
persons
Velcro
anyway.
hardcore.
They know.
No laces for the kids. All right, let's play. Let's play them. Here we go.
Fat boys. I guess I should say not as fat, still pretty fat boys. This is Josh from North Carolina. Hey, Mark, thanks for the shout out. Always glad to get to some good causes. Even more so glad to help prevent diabetes for all four of you folks. So keep up the great work when it comes to weight loss. And then so in that same breath, I also want to kind of challenge the Hardo Hive here. I think you folks have a great following and that we continue to do great work. So folks like Big Ounce, old Fat Hugh McConaughey, I think that's Bob Apps, I believe, Reagan from Utah, Cole from Philly, Confused Kyle, the Grease Tank, Ryan Dallas, and of course my little buddy, little Bobby the Ripper. I think what we got a great opportunity to do more good work. And so, another, maybe not this maybe not this charity, but maybe another one idea would be how much weight can Pat gain? I think it'd be pretty awesome if Pat can pack on 50 pounds and somehow that equates to 500, 5,000, whatever amount it may be, but, get to a charity from there. So, but yeah, man, love you guys. Continue the great work. And, also, Cal Cunningham did text me the other day. It was not a sexy text. It was more so asking for money, and so I did not respond back. But yeah. Anyway, have a great fucking day.
Yeah, Cal Cunningham, clearly a listener to Hard Factor Show, heard that Hard Factor Josh, North Carolina, donated $1,000, so he reached straight out to him. Yeah,
He knew. He was like, that's my guy. Unfortunately, Hard Factor Josh also cracking up at Cal Cunningham's expense. So.
Badass, Josh. Bad
Yeah.
fucking
That is
ass,
awesome.
brother.
Thank you very much.
He wants the Hive to start donating. So, you know, your move, Hive.
There's been a couple Hive members. I know Dutch Hammer donated some money. A couple others.
I got a new one to announce today, but Pat
Will might donate his money soon.
Well, I'll donate. Pat, what is your response to him saying pivot to a weight gain?
Oh yeah.
On this, I don't know why he singled you out on that one, but I want to hear your thoughts.
So I don't know if Josh has been reading my mail or not, but I've definitely thought about this in the last couple weeks.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in. I'm game. I'll hurt myself for charity. It's just got to be. It's got to be a bigger swing. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
you could do some sympathy weight for pregnancy weight, right? You could do like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, now you guys know why I've been losing weight slowly, because I was in New York for a month with a pregnant lady eating ice cream next to me.
Yeah, well,
every fucking night.
Will knows that.
Welcome
yeah, Will
to
knows.
that
Will
world,
feels
yeah.
that. But at least Will had a place to go, like a different room.
That's true. I have a larger domicile than That it's a little bit smaller.
You could hear and
situation
see
over
the
there.
ice cream from every angle in that.
Yeah. But hey, shout out
button.
Josh. I would do it for the right amount of money for charity. Lardfactor.com.
Nice.
Lardfactor.com is the direct link to the Fundly now.
And Josh, he donated a shitload. But if you're not donated a shitload, you can sponsor one of us, just like Vinny did. Vinny Lukazeski, one of our longtime listeners. He's sponsoring me for $4.20 a pound. Okay, so that's the Vinny special. You can sponsor Will, Hard Factor Will, for $4.20 a pound. Just
That's
hit me
amazing.
up. Let me know if you want the Vinny special. We're doing $4.20 a pound. Every pound I lose going to wildfire recovery
That's
in California.
Amazing. Yeah, keep sponsoring us, guys. Thanks for all your donations. It's very cool. We have 4 more. Josh did call back in and say he was shocked that Cuties is Pat's favorite movie.
It's not my fucking favorite movie. I
Let's get on to the
swear
next one.
to God.
Let's get on to the next. Let's get on to the next one. Here, I'll take it away. All right.
What's up, Hard Factor boys? It's Trash Panda down here in Houston, Texas. Couple of things. Pat, in no way is it okay to be violent People are losing shit over this. I get it. You want to push a liberal agenda, but people are losing businesses and getting injured and dying from this. So violence is not okay. Second, work on your Trump impersonation. Every time you do it, it sounds like you're dying. So, yeah, you need to work on that. So, one last thing. For predicted, what would be your upset for closest state? And I don't fucking know. What would be your upset pick for the closest state in the presidential election? Love you boys. Even you, Pat, you piss me off sometimes. Have a great fucking day.
Trash Panda.
Pat, you want to address that or no?
Yeah, let me address that real quick. So I'm mostly a pacifist. I did not mean to condone violence in any way. What I was saying is this. You got to think back at the history of our country, right? So, like, let's think about John Brown, the abolitionist, or let's think about people that fought on the right side of the war in the Civil War. Sometimes, right, what America is based on is resorting to violence to make a point or to defend your liberties. By no means do I think violence should be involved whatsoever in the protests going on right now. Of course, we're all better off with peace. And I think we're kind of past that point. I guess what I meant is if someone burned down a building or beat up a fucking car because they were frustrated because they were a black man in America, I'm not going to judge them for it. It's not.
And
it's
I think
it's not the right thing to do necessarily, but there's frustrations of that community, and sometimes they get taken out in the form of property damage, not violence. That's not what I was talking about.
Hear you about the property damage. I was talking to some other people that obviously spurred a lot of conversation. That little chat we had about that, and so in the DMs, I was speaking to Jackson, and my point to him was that like. I think that I don't think violence in the name of the two-party system is makes any sense. No way. You know what I'm saying? Like if people are violently protesting in support of the Democrats or violently supporting in the support of the Republicans, that just makes what the fuck are we doing? It's just straight up insanity. So that to me is scary. That's happening this year.
It's not a Lukashenko situation over here, quite.
No,
well, right. And both sides are doing it, so it's just
violence
crazy.
fucking sucks. It's garbage.
Now let's all do a Trump. Let's all do a quick Trump.
To my Trump, I'm sorry, I'll retire it. It's terrible. It ends up being a Ronald Reagan.
Law and order now.
No violence whatsoever.
That was American. Some days it's good, some days it's bad.
Regeneron. Yeah. It's excellent.
Regeneron.
Regeneron. Right. Okay, here we go. Next one.
Oh, what was the upset?
Closest state.
Upset pick for closest state.
What do you say, Will? What were you talking about today? Michigan?
I was talking about, three that don't get talked about a lot for closest state is Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Because a lot of people, I think, assume that Biden is running away with it in all three states. Mm-hmm. I think that all three of those states may be a lot closer than what the boards are projecting right now. Yeah. So those are probably pretty far down the list as far as if you were going to pick.
Pennsylvania isn't, but I think Michigan is. And Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got out of Pennsylvania because I was scared of it. I don't think it's going to be as clear cut.
There you go. Michigan's the answer. Here we go.
What up, boys? This is Big Deck, a.k.a. Medium Pint. Got a question for you guys. So as longtime Austin residents, what are your thoughts on Joe Rogan coming to Austin, getting everybody else come to Austin too? Is it getting overpopulated? Is it too much? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let me know. I'd like to hear it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we've talked about this before, but I guess not everyone heard it. I hate it. Yes, it's overpopulated. It's a bad thing. Rent goes up, price goes up, traffic goes up. Get the fuck out of here, Joe Rogan. Get the fuck out of here, James Vanderbeek. Get the fuck out of here, everybody. Yeah.
Don't say that about Vanderbeek.
Yeah. He just moved here too. Dawson.
I mean, it sucks. So if you live on anywhere west of the Mississippi, basically is being flooded with Californians who are leaving California. So even though it's the famous ones moving to Austin, tons are moving to Reno, tons are moving to Vegas. There's California exodus right now.
Until Joe Rogan comes on this podcast, fuck him and fuck him for moving here.
I personally love that Rogan's here. Flashback to 11 or 12 years ago when we were deciding where to move. We probably should have gone to LA or New York, but we really didn't want to fucking do it because it seemed scary and shitty and
I
expensive.
still think New Orleans would have been.
New Orleans,
a
we
decent
would have
call.
died. We would have been dead.
Yeah.
But I just see it as more opportunity when people are moving into town. By the way, Big Deck, fantastic name. Big Deck is an awesome name.
All right, two more
Big
guys.
Deck is a beast.
What's up, fellas? It's Big Ounce. I need to issue a correction to my correction. I did a little deep dive on the Proud Boys after I left that voicemail, and turns out most of what I said was patently false. So my bad. Later.
Yeah, you don't want to do a deep dive on the Proud Boys. I mean,
All right,
No,
Big
yeah.
Ounce fact checking himself.
Just let that one slide.
Respect, Big Ounce.
yeah.
By the way,
what
guys,
what are we doing here? We need to stop with the Proud Boys shit. Like, come on.
We're
No,
going to
but you
bring
know
in
what?
The
Fact Check
Leatherman.
Friday.
Fact check Friday.
Oh yeah, fact check Friday. Yeah, a bunch of good points about the Proud Boys actually. So, Beef, tell us about fact check Friday.
Right. So we have 3 wonderful interns. We have Bubba, we have Cam, we have Patricia. I think we're going to have them rotate Fact Check Friday. So essentially, when we say dumb shit that's not true on the pod, because we're idiots, we get DM'd. We're going to put all those DMs together, and also the interns are going to fact check us. And on Friday, we'll let you know. I'm going to issue a correction right now. I said yesterday that the cuties legislation, the indictment came out of Tyler, Texas, the town. It did not. It came out of Tyler County. Excuse me. Also, the commemorative Trump coin is technically from the White House gift shop, but the president doesn't have anything to do with it.
Nice.
So I defeated COVID coin.
I always say we're about 80% accurate. It's hard to absorb all of the news and then report it perfectly.
I love Fact Check Friday.
Fact Check
That's
Friday
gonna be
is a good idea. Okay.
But Wes,
go
what
ahead.
happened with the? Hold on, there's more about the Proud Boys. Wes, what happened with the Leatherman thing?
I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently they changed their. It might be someone fucking around, but they are changing their hashtag to hashtag Leathermen. So
I think that's a troll, bro.
Don't go to that hashtag.
I don't think that's true. I think hashtag Leatherman was just filled with gay leather daddies. And,
With the Leathermen.
someone made it. My favorite thing to
Leatherman
do
was
back in
already
the day,
there.
when the Chain Drive was open, which was like the gay S&M leather bar in Austin, early days of Rainy Street. If you've been to Austin, you'll know Rainy Street. But I liked going to the Chain Drive. But people, when they'd come to town, they'd be like, I want to go to Rainy. And the Chain Drive was this bizarro hardcore leather bar that was right off Rainy. So that was my first stop always. Would be like, oh, yeah, come check out this new Rainy Street spot. And then we're at the Chain Drive.
The Proud Boys would love the Chain Drive. And one last thing about the Proud Boys, great
be very
tweet I
angry.
saw today. This guy, he got a picture of the tweets or the emails that Donald Trump and Joe Biden sent all their supporters. And they both sent the same subject. I am so proud of enter VP name. And so somebody tweeted it out, screenshot, and said, just a couple of Proud Boys are two presidential candidates.
I'm so over the Proud Boys. If I never hear about them again, it will be too many times. All right,
I
last
think it's
one.
kind of fun.
Yeah, okay.
I'm having some fun with it.
Me too.
This is Steve from PA, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but about the movie Cuties, I'm with Pat on this one. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Pat, but I'm with Pat on this. Now, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know exactly what the content is, but the question of whether or not Texas should be suing Netflix to remove Cuties is really an issue of First Amendment right to free speech and expression. And we can't judge Cuties. Fuck all that. Cancel. Never mind. I don't want to do this.
Oh, he got you. That's got all of us. That was amazing.
He's close.
Oh my God.
First
he can't do
Amendment.
it.
First Amendment. I mean,
no,
he's got a
fucking
point.
canceled. I can't do this, he says. And we can't do this anymore. We're out of time. Congratulations to the Beeve and Kate on their baby that is expected, the baby Beeve. Congratulations to Will on his baby that's expected. Congratulations on you, because you're about to have a great fucking weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.